So we come here to,
I got
huh?
I got another recording tool on my thing that I can do it on instead of putting it out there on YouTube.
Well, it's cool. I mean, it ain't it don't. This way, Ro can get the gist.
Would it be like public YouTube or just?
No, no, it's not gonna go public. It's live, but it's only live to my subscribers, and I don't have any. You see what I'm saying? Because ain't nobody come in here, I kick them out anyway. So Dave, just to kind of let you know, I know you got stuff going on over there, man. You know, Gamble and I was having a rather deep conversation today, trying to kind of figure out, you know, what's the game plan, because as I was telling him, I understand when you have a losing trade and things not working or whatever the case is, but I was a little frustrated because in all actuality, the crew gave you many setups both today and yesterday. And it's frustrating for me when I'm sitting up here looking at them, but can't nobody else see them. You know what I mean? And I'll call them out, and like Gambler tell you, I call them many a trade. I don't think anybody ever seen me take a losing trade. And I'm not saying like that, like I never lose, as I do, but the way I lose is very different than the way most people lose. Okay. And sometimes I'm only 52 to 53%. But as I'm going to show you, even when I'm 52, 53%, the object of the game is to be net profitable at the end of every day. All right. That's the object of the game. The object of the game too is to trade every day. There's setups that happen on volume charts that just don't happen on time charts, because time is based on time. And regardless of what volume is doing, it's not going to reflect anything but time. But volume is the smartest and most robust way to look at any market. I don't care if you're looking at futures, options, mortgage-backed securities, stocks, bonds. It really doesn't matter. So I'm going to go through some setups. Matter of fact, I'm going to go through the entire wheat and oil. Okay. And I'm going to use 4 charts. And this is what you guys can't see. But before I get into it, this is what you guys can't see. Though you only see me looking at 3 charts, I have 12 charts up of every commodity. So I'm looking at 12 different time frames. Okay. And I do what most people call top-down analysis. But I call it price flow analysis, because I'm looking at the flow of price from one chart to another, right? And I'm going to go through setups and show you exactly what I do, and then I'm going to mark them. So I'm going to use the 16807 as when needed, but other than that, I'm going to use the 6352 volume, the 2401 volume, the 907 volume, and the 343 volume. I have 907 here. Okay. These are my core charts, and I'm going to show you the setup. It happens 100% of the time, and it's profitable, like I said, most of the time. And sometimes you have to wait. You know, sometimes it's about waiting. So we're going to go ahead and get started so we can go through the day. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to stop me. What was the beginning day of this week? Does anybody know? The day is the 27th, so it's the 23rd. Yeah, that's 23rd. Okay, yeah. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna highlight what I'm talking about here. I know you work with a hedge fund, Dave, and I know they taught you how to trade. So I never want to take away what somebody else knew or learned, especially if it works for you. Okay. But what I will say is most people, the way I learned how to trade was literally from a guy who was worth $250 million trading. And when he showed me what he showed me, I was just like, it ain't no way. but it happens over and over and over and over and over again, because he said to me, I'm gonna teach you how to trade in 15 seconds. The market can make high highs, high lows, lower highs, double bottom, double tops, and reverse. That's it. Now you know how to trade. So, as funny as that fucking sound, it's actually very true. All right. So let's look at from 9:30. Right. So we're looking at 9:30 on the 23rd. I'm looking like, oh, okay, we got a setup. Okay. And this is a prime example of one that takes time. Okay. Because do you see here where my stochastic got down into this overbought area? So let me highlight it so you can see it. And I'm gonna prove it to you. You're gonna have zero losers. It's about the management of it. Okay. So you got it here and you got it here. See this? So you enter this market here on the close of the bar. You always wait for the bar to close, right? See how far it's gonna go down. So it closed right here. Let me go to my crosshair. Right now I'm looking at the 24-1, right? So in actuality, it would have been entering on this bar right here. The one, let me move this. Let me move it. Because to be honest with you, I would have been entering on this bar here. This little doji kind of candle right here. So you'd have entered here and you'd have been getting in at about 45. Okay. You'd have took 3 ticks of heat and then it went to 53. So you got one or two choices, right? You can say, okay, I'm going to take my profit, or I'm going to hold on to it, right? So then you get in at 42, it comes back down and gives you another lower low. You can do one of two things. You can enter another lot at 2. I wouldn't, because it's so close, right? It didn't push down far enough. The only thing this thing did was give you divergence. And when she pushed up, she got back to that 42 area pretty quick. And I'm looking at my next largest time frame, which is my 63.52. I see that that's in the uptrend, and I see that everything is going up. It's making confirmed higher lows with a book is flipped. And let me explain to you, everybody, what I mean by the book flipping. Okay, the book flips when you get a confirmed higher high. Confirmed higher high means you have price to break out above a previous high and close above it. And then when it retested, it can't assert from the lows. Okay. And you know the book is flipped for 100% is when you get a signal here and everything here is an overall uptrend. If you get this trade and this trade starts to work, that I can almost guarantee you that the market's going to turn up at some point, because you're looking at a higher time frame and the buyers are in this trade. Okay. In order for them to lose, well, I'm sorry.
I got a question.
Uh-huh.
The book flip on that one chart. Basically, what you saying, we taking a trade based on the direction of the 63.52.
Right. That's exactly right.
Now,
because
can you spread that chart out?
The 63.52.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can maximize it and minimize it so you can see more of the chart. Excuse me. Thank you.
Now at that low right there, and I don't know what time it is right there. Before, it look like head and shoulders right there to me. But right now, come to this low down here. The previous low before start making the high low. The first low, the lowest low to the left.
To the left, right here.
Yeah, right.
Right.
All right. At that point, we had an established downtrend on this chart.
Correct.
All right. Now, if you go back what at that point right there, where you saying we have the book flip
You asking
confirmation.
you asking me where was it?
Because I'm trying to explain. I'm trying to ask the right question because there's some things that I see happening that
Hey, fix the mic, twin.
Yeah, you're right. Your
no,
mic is kind of muffled, but I figured it was because you're using your office and you talking on the speaker mic. Can you hear me?
yeah,
Can you,
I'm speaking from my headphones are dead. Can you hear me?
oh, I can hear you. You just sound. I mean, it sounds like you're in the bathroom.
Yeah, it's muffled. It's like that because I'm talking on the speaker on the computer.
Right. That's what I figured.
But my headphones are dead. But can you hear me clearly though?
Oh, I can hear you clearly. It's just
All right.
yeah.
So once we got down here, I got two questions.
Down where? Down here?
At that low. Yes,
Okay.
at that low. If you go back one, the previous low, before that, going to your left.
Right here.
No. The pivot low there.
Right here.
Right there.
Uh-huh.
All right. First thing I see, we still in the downtrend. The second thing I see is that if you come straight down to your stochastic, the fast moving stochastic, I'm looking at that low. The pivot point to the right, that low, the next lowest low.
Right here.
No, all the way down. Down.
Right here.
Right up. Right.
Uh-huh.
Now if you come straight down to your stochastic on the top, your fast K-on, your fast stochastic, right there.
Here.
If you draw a line back to your left, back to your left, that last low.
Right. You got divergence.
You got divergence right there, and you have divergence down on your stochastic below.
Right, but it's the same. It's the same one. These two stochastics here are the same thing. This just shows 3 times time frame difference, but this right here shows 3, 5, and 7. Right? So they're the same thing. But go ahead, I'm listening.
All right. Now, one, I see the divergence with the stochastic against price, which is bullish divergence.
Right.
2, when it comes down and make the higher low, I see the stochastic go to oversold, and it penetrates that previous high. Go to the lowest low on the corner chart. You go all the way back up to your left. That high come from up.
Harry.
Right up. Can you draw a line across there?
Where you want me to? Oh, you want to draw?
To the right. All the way to the right. Yeah. All right. Now, I see now it made a slightly higher high. You got the one white candlestick penetrated over that high.
Right.
Black candlestick high opened up and closed down and came down and made a lower high. At the first lower high in this series and start to turn. And is that what you're saying? Because what I'm trying to do is be able to get a confirmation and be able to get a visual confirmation and say, okay, book flip right there.
Well, this is
Are you saying
when I say flip, I mean price closed above the last swing high. Right. So some people might call this a swing. You can call, and if you want to be on the safe side, you can call this a swing. But either way, price closed above these highs. Right. It just did. It closed above the highs right here. Right.
So that white candlestick when it closed above that high. Right.
Right.
Now, what I'm asking is that the only thing that confirms the price flip, or does it take 2 different steps?
No. This is not this is the first part of the step, because the thing is, just because it closes above doesn't mean that they won't take it out back down to the downside. What happens is
Okay.
Let me just show you what I'm talking about. When it comes down here to make this higher low, you see how I didn't make this higher low here?
Okay. Yep.
And I'm talking about from
That's the first higher low.
From here to here.
Yes.
Right. You see this higher low right here, right? We don't know because we're trading the markets as they're moving. And I always tell people this: if you want to know if a person is worth their salt, let them trade while the chart is moving. Because anybody can look at a static chart and tell you anything. But when the chart is moving, you don't know, right? But what you do know is this right here. Let me point to it. Can you see my pointer? Right here on this right here where I'm pointing in the stochastic on the 24-1.
Mm-hmm.
That's telling me that this thing is probably not going to get to that low, right? It's telling me that there's a high probability that price is not going to get below these swing lows down here at this lowest low point here on the 63.52, right? So I'm going to enter this trade as it's coming against me here to get long, right? And I'm going to hold the trade. And then I'm going to add to my trade, even if it comes all the way down, and you're going to see a trade like that shortly. But I'm going to add to my trade as it's going against me. And the reason why I'm going to add to my trade as it's going against me is because my longer term time frame has told me that the market is flipped. Even if she breaks,
Hey.
even if she breaks these lows, yeah, go out and come back in, bro. So even if she comes down here and breaks these lows, right, we have extreme buying interest up here. So even though she comes down here, and let's say she came down here and broke these lows, there are some institutions and some heavy players to push this market to the upside. They're going to have to get out of their position at some point, right? They're not. This is the thing about professional traders that I know. They don't ever get out at when it breaks lower or breaks higher. They always wait for the retracement. 100% of the time. They wait. They wait. Huh?
What day is this?
This Monday.
Monday? At what time?
10 o'clock. Well, 9. This is about 9:30 to 10 o'clock. From right here to right here is 30 minutes, about an hour, actually. So
let me make sure I got this clear. Because everything that we're doing is based on the 6352 first.
Got your headphone for this? Sound like your headphone for the die or something. He sound clear, y'all? It could be me.
My headphone dead.
no, he's talking on his computer.
Oh,
so
okay.
that's it's gonna sound like that.
All right.
So what was your question, Gamma?
I'm trying to make sure it's right because I'm trying to get the definition of flipping the book.
Okay, flipping the book means when price makes a confirmed higher high and retest the lows and don't go lower. Period.
Okay, so that first time it penetrated, made that higher high. That's one. So we can put a number one right there. On top
right,
of that.
you can. Y'all do it for you. You can put a number one right here. And then
can you make it a little bit? I can barely see it.
hold on. Let me try it again. Oh, it won't let me make it. Hold on, let me make it. Let me try it. It won't let me make it any bigger, Gamble. As big as I can make it.
It's green, I see it. All right. Flipping the book. One, higher high.
Right.
Two
is when you get the higher low right here. And it's not just a higher high, it's a confirmed higher high, because if it goes up and it rejects, then it doesn't count. But if it goes up and closes, then it does count. So then you got two a higher low here.
So one closing higher high.
Right, a closing higher high.
Number two.
Two is right here. You could say a higher low than the last swing. Right. And then, but see, the thing is, again, let me preface this. You don't know if this thing's gonna continue lower or not, because we're trading intraday, right? So we're not looking at a daily, weekly, monthly, quarterly, biannual, annual chart. Okay. We're looking at a chart as it's moving. So we don't know if it's going to continue lower or not, but we have a high probability that it's not going to continue lower because buyers came in and took out the last swing high and stayed above it. Right. So now I want to get into the trade when everything looks like a trend trade on my next smallest time frame. And if you look, I mean, these are just, I'm not just using my indicators as confirmation, but as you can see, it got down into this overbought area. When it got down to this overbought area, my time frame 3 and 5 and 7 times larger were all pointed up. My 3 was pointed down a little bit, but it was still up in that overbought area. And then my 5 and 7 time frames tells me, this indicator here tells me that everything else is pushing up from the momentum standpoint, not a trend. The momentum on those time frames are definitely up. Okay, so we have a high probability. Did you just fall out your chair? All right. Can you hear me?
No, I just moved my computer up on this.
Okay, so
Y'all hear me better?
no, it's the same thing,
Oh,
but it's okay. So when I enter this trade, I'm entering here, right? I'm entering, like I said, I'm entering this trade at 42, and then I'm entering 1 or 2 lots. That's it. I ain't entering no more because I'm making the assumption that this thing might continue to go lower. I don't know if it's going to go lower or not, but that's the assumption I'm going to make, right? And then here, I'm going to enter and I'm going to wait and watch. I'm wait and watch. And in this particular case, this trade turned out to be a monster trade if you held on to it. So even if you only have 2 lots on this trade, you went from 44 to 72. You went from 44, from 42, if you was able to hold through this mess, and it only went 3 ticks against you. If you was able to hold through this, it went all the way to 60 without even it didn't do anything. I mean, it just took off. And I might have got, to be honest with you, 10, 11 of those points, right? 10, 11 of those pennies. I wouldn't have got all of it, but I would have got some of it, right? But if you look at your larger time frames, you can see that you might want to hold on to this because this thing right here has caught some buyers, and that thing ain't gonna do nothing but push up. It does it all the time. That's the first trade of the day. I want to go to the second trade because I think that's the one I had the problem with. That's the one.
Before you go to that, hold up 1 second. Ro just come in. Ro.
Yeah, I'm here.
I'm trying to show when he said flip the book, we gotta get this terminology down. Now, can you open that chart back up again? 6352. All right. Now, the first time with a trend change or flip the book turn, we see a reversal down here. It can be looked at 2 ways: the first time of head and shoulders right here, or how you're looking at the flipping the book is the first time you get that previous high back here to the left. If you can put like an X over there or something for a dot.
Oh, which one?
The line will start dropping.
Oh yeah, right now.
Yeah. All right. Well, that X at that low, I mean that high right there. Once we came down and made that lower low, you put an X at that low down there. Now put X out, make it a Y. Put a Y. All right. It's on the. All right. Right here. You see what X wrote?
Yeah, I'm watching.
All right, you got X. You got that low right here is Y. The first set of confirmation we look for flip the book or trend break or breaking the trend from being low. Because you know determination. I mean the definition of lower low. I mean a downtrend is lower lows and lower highs consecutive. When you get that first move up from Y and it breaks X, making the first higher high, that's the first indication. Just like we were looking at before in early teachings, that's the first indication of a trend change. Once you got that low down at 2, we made that number 2. That's the second part of the confirmation, giving you a higher low. So you got a higher high, a higher low, and so the official terminology, definition is completed on this one strong white bar, Doc?
Well, it's completed. This is the thing. It's completed here.
Confirm.
Right?
Confirm.
No. Because
confirm?
It confirms once this thing is turned. Once this thing is turned up on you, like you see how this. See, watch this. All charts do the same thing. So if you're looking at my 24-1 chart,
okay.
If you're looking at this chart here, the 24-1, right? Once this thing is broken these highs and closed above them, then you know for a fact now that thing gonna take off probably. It might pause, but it's gonna definitely buyers and stepped in, then reasserted themselves. Okay. And to be honest with you, my target 99% of the time is the previous swing, right there near the previous swing, right?
Okay.
So I wouldn't have got the 60, 84 and all that kind of stuff unless I'm taking off one and letting one ride. That's what a lot of people do. But 99.9% of the time, if I'm in the trade at 42, and especially if I didn't add, I'm out at 68.
All right.
About.
Now that's another question. Now I just have to be having a lot of questions because I guess I might dumb it down for me or something. But I'm still stuck on that last chart over there because I'm trying to figure out how I want to know when I'm confirmed. I'm trying to because I'm kind of thrown off because is the confirmation coming from this 63, 52, or the confirmation is coming from the 24-1?
It's coming from the 24-1 because this is the thing. You don't know that thing. Remember I kept saying you don't know if it's going to continue to go lower or not? Because you can get in it and that thing just continue to go lower. That happened to me all the time. I mean, it happens to me all of the time. In this particular case, it did the same thing, except it didn't make any significant lows. It just hovered, right? It just hovered at that area. But once it closes above the swing line, it's the same thing on everything. Once it closes above the last swing high, that trade is going to work to the upside.
Okay.
Because if it closes above the last swing high, look at it right here. If she closes above the last swing high, that's that bar right there. So now she just basically confirmed the trade for you. So now when I say confirm the trade, I mean she made a higher high, higher low, or a double bottom, higher high on this bar right here, right? On the 63.52, she made a double bottom.
10.29.
Yeah, about that. 10.39. That's 10.39 bar. But this is the thing. When she broke above this last swing high right here and closed above it, you knew she was going higher. But instead of being in this trade at 48, 49, 50, whatever the case is, I'm in a trade at 42. So my risk is far, far less than everybody else's because I'm in near the bottom. I'm entering near literally at the turn on this particular trade. I caught the trade at the turn, literally. It went against, huh?
At that point right there, you got in. At that point, on which bar you got in out of them 3?
Well, I got in right. I would have got in right here. Now I can't say for sure I took this trade, so let me say that too, because I don't lie. I can't say for sure.
Make sure because whatever you showing me right now, and if I understand it right, I can be able to pick this out in any chart in any time frame and do it. That's why I'm asking these questions. Because
well, this right here, I would have been entering on this chart. Right, I mean on this bar. Excuse me. I say on this. Of course, I've been entering on this chart, but I would have been entering on this bar right here.
On the 24-1.
On the 24-1.
All right. Now on that entry, will you use the 24-1 to enter, or would you be looking at the 343 to enter?
No, I'm gonna enter on the 24-1 because the 343 and all those smaller time frames. This is what I found, especially in oil. It don't give you the pullbacks like I like to see. Like one of the things that y'all showed me, once that thing get to going, it's gone. So if you're looking for a pullback on a smaller time frame to confirm the entry and all that kind of stuff, because I like entering at the lows on the pullback on a smaller time frame. A lot of times in oil and a lot of these smaller markets where the volume is not as heavy, once it gets to moving, it's gone.
All right. Now you entering on the 24-1 on that candlestick look like a shooting star.
Right. It looks like a shooting star kind of.
An inverted hammer right there because it's coming down to it. You got two inverted hammers. But the one in the middle with the small body, that's the one you enter on?
Yeah, I would have entered on that bar. The reason why I would have entered on that bar is because that bar is the bar that caused us to catch it to close below this oversold area here. Right? So when it closed below this oversold area, I was like, okay, cool. I got you. And the thing is,
I see it with your cursor up there. Let me see. Can you put it up there again?
Come on, right here.
Yeah. No. Yeah. No. Go back up to the price. Because if you click it, it'll show right there exactly what it said.
Hold on 1 second, man. My phone about to die. Hold on 1 second. In this damn dungeon. Okay. So what'd you say now? You want me to go where?
To that candlestick that you entered on up on the price.
Right here.
Yeah, click. Yeah, now I can see. Now when you click it, I can see exactly where it closed at. You right on it. Right there. You see how? I see what you're talking about right down on the close. Hold up. All right. So on. Now see where. Hold up. See where you at right now?
Yeah.
If all of them in the right areas because you don't have a confirmed number 2 yet, right there.
Well, you don't, because the thing is, when you entered this trade, you got into the trade, and remember I said you could have took your profit because it went in your favor from here, right? It went in your favor, and you could have made money here, but it didn't confirm until you got to number 2. But like I said, when it's moving, you don't know that. That's what when you trade live charts, I'm telling you exactly where I would have got in, not the lowest point, because I'm not going to get into the lowest point all the time. Most of the time, I'm going to be somewhere in that vicinity, but I'm not going to catch the absolute lowest point.
So
right?
I got a question, man. Y'all know I'm all for this and all with this, but it's Friday night, man, and we really just turning. We ain't gonna really catch this unless we live in the market, whether it's demo or live or whatever, so we can see what you're doing. Cause I get that concept, but I still want to see how you manage the trade, how you get in. Okay, like when I'm making my trade, where it's gonna rise in 3 minutes, I'm gonna take right here, put my stop up here. Like when I'm trading, I'm talking to y'all at the same time. Something similar to that, even if it is a demo, just so we can see it in action. Because right now, we just turning wheel right now. Cause we all it woulda, coulda, shoulda, and if we can get it live market Monday, man, it'll be a whole lot better. I think so, because right now it's just the same thing you always been saying. It's the same thing you've been telling us. This is how the way you trade, but we need to see it in action. How you do it, actually put in your trades. How you actually use the CQG dome. how you put in your trades on CQG, how your setup is, so we can get out there, you know, like that. That's how I think we should do it to get a little bit more better roundabout understanding, because I've never seen how you use your CQG dome. I just had to put it together and kind of figure it out. But if I probably could have, you know, skipped some steps if I would have seen how yours set up and then pick it back off of that. That's
I'm gonna tell you something. See, y'all ain't gonna like the way I do stuff, because on my CQG dome, like you remember when I put that trade in earlier, and I put in that one, and then I ended up getting in 2 more. Remember that?
That was, see, that's CQG. That's something totally different.
No. Right. That's CQG. That's not CQG. On my CQG dome, because of the way it is, I enter in at the market. I have the confirmation screen up, and once the bar closes, I just enter in that market.
Yeah, and that's fine, because that's 9 times out of 10 is the way I enter the market at market. So we need to see that, even if it is. I mean, maybe we don't need to go live. We just need to see it in action. How you handle the trade, how you calling out, you know, because that's what we need. We visualize what you think you might do from what you told us, but we haven't seen it in action. You know, like a running back coach will tell you something, you know, but he been playing wide receiver. Like, how you gonna tell you how to run a football?
Well, I understand that. I understand that completely. I don't mind showing. I don't tell people or show people the way I trade, because it's very unorthodox from what a lot of people do.
See, and all that. Right. See, that's what I'm saying. It's fine, Will. Whatever it is, let us just take it for what it's worth, so we can see how we'll trade, so we have a better understanding. Because it ain't enough for me to put on how I trade and walk through why I'm doing this or why I'm doing that. And actually, it helps me when I kind of explain what I'm doing to kind of take the intensity out of the trade. You know, kind of, you know, feel like I'm more confirming myself when I get it the same idea from a different person. So if we can see that, I think we'll be more on the same page, because this is what you're doing now. This is what you've been doing since day one. This is the same thing, and nothing changed. This is the way you trade. But we need to see it. I need to see it. Let me put it like that. I need to see it in action, so I can know exactly how Will handles the trade. Like, for example, when I got in today at 43 short, and then we're down to 09, where Will would have got out, or Will would have locked in, or no, that's the kind of.
Oh well, let me be totally blunt with you on that one, sir. I would have got in before you did, but I've been out way before you were. I'm just being real, because I would have caught the market the way I trade. I mean, I say this 1,000 times, so I ain't gonna repeat that. But
yeah, exactly. So this is the same thing. We already know this is what Will does, but we need to see it in action. Well, I need to see it in action, so I can complete the circle. I just got half of the circle. Okay, I know what he do, but I want to see how he does it. I want to see QG dome with the same dome we have to use it, and we kind of use it at a handicap. But that's fine. I got it now. Though. It's actually kind of easier to use it like that without a move. It kind of take a little bit of intensity out of it, but you ain't got the number bouncing all over. But that's what I feel I need to see. But I ain't mean to cut you off, Gamble. You can go ahead, man.
Well, no. And I mean, I did this because Gamble asked me to show everybody and record it. And I said, I don't mind. And again, if I say this, I'll even call trades, and y'all can take the trades I call. But I don't want to. I know y'all know what y'all doing as far as trading is concerned. And you know, let me be clear on why we're here, because you weren't here when I said this first part, Ro. I was a little frustrated today. I'm gonna be honest with you.
Obviously,
right? And the reason why I was frustrated is because I'm seeing all these moves in oil, right? And I'm like, well, and then I got my broker, like I told you, my broker coming at me like, hey man, I got some guys that you know want to talk to you and see if you know they can trade some of the accounts for you. And I'm like, no, I got my own team, right? I got my own team. I'm working it out. Whatever, don't worry about it. It's gonna be cool. This, that, and the other. I told Gamble the same thing. It's hard for me to argue with a guy when he's looking at when he actually see, because he see my book. I mean, you know what I mean? He sees my P&L. He's like, so what's going on with you guys? You know what I mean? And I'm not talking about I'm just talking about the oil trades that we lost on this week. And he's saying, well, I got this, that, and the other going on, man. I got you, brother. You just, because, you know, I know you know what you're doing and you improved it over time, And I'm like, I got my people. So I said to Gamble the same thing I'm saying to you. We got to produce results. That's why I said I'm gonna put the money in your pocket, right? If you can trade, I'm gonna pay you because I need traders. I need traders that can trade. I was frustrated because I'm sitting up here looking at all these moves in oil, and we ain't getting out one lick good yesterday or today. Not one.
Let me say this. So this is just another idea. I mean, Will, man, as you probably already know, man, I trade all day long. I mean, I'm protect. Actually, to be honest, actually trade somebody else's money, I'm probably a little bit more cautious than trade my own money. Now, if I trade my own money, I'll be showing up wide open. But because I'm trading somebody else's money, I kind of got to tear it down a little bit, and that actually helps me as a trader.
Right.
We don't have to. I mean, that's a lot of pressure on one person. We can rotate the account sometimes. Gamble ain't got to trade the 15 all the time. Let Gamble get his feet wet trading, 1 or 2, so he ain't got the pressure to get back in. Let the pressure be on somebody else, or on Dave or something, for example, or me, or you, so everybody can kind of have that understanding of, that's a lot of pressure to go in 5, get hit for 10, and then you got to go in 2. You got to go in 2 more times. That's a lot of pressure. Now with me today, I was like, man, we're gonna be mad at me, but I didn't do it because I was about to go 20. I don't even lie. I was like, man, I can't do that. I'm dead, man. When I missed that 65, because I was trying to get that 65, I missed it, and I got my next chance at 43. I was about to go 20, and I was like, we're gonna come back and be like, man, what the hell? I'm like, man, I got you, man, but I didn't do that. But I guess what I'm trying to say is, I don't mind. I mean, I don't mind trading whatever. And I'm gonna protect the best I can. Man, we can listen, pressure off each other, keep the thing rolling.
No, and that's fine. I ain't got no problem with that. Let me tell you. So because I'm totally transparent. I told Gamble the reason why I gave him that particular account is because that's his ticket out of that job. But he got to trade.
Okay. Well, that's something totally different.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I said that's your ticket out, but you got to trade. Now I told him I'm being upfront because Gamble know I said the same thing to him. I said I gave you that account because that account is going to allow you to make as much money as you need to make.
Okay. So let's talk some extra tier to it. I didn't know that. Okay, well now I know. So
yeah, that's fine. That's fine. And I don't mind doing. Look here, brother. I'm gonna tell you. Look to y'all face. I sent it through email, but let me tell y'all something seriously. I deal with these white folks all day, right? And I'm not prejudiced against nobody. But if I know for a fact I got some brothers out here that's trying to do what I'm trying to do, I'm gonna give y'all every opportunity in the world before I go anywhere towards them white folk. You understand what I'm saying? Because this is the thing. They already got the leg up, man. If we can change our great grandkids' lives, we get this thing right. You understand what I'm talking about? We can. I'm fucked right now. I'm talking about 200 years down the road. You talking about the Rowe dynasty? I mean, the Rowe legacy, the Gamble legacy, the Walker legacy, the Jones legacy living on. I can't save everybody. I'm just, I tell people all the time, I can't save everybody. But if you in this niche right here, I can show you how to get there, because that's why I got my CTA. A lot of people didn't want to get the CTA because there's a lot of paperwork. But I told my wife the same thing I'm telling y'all. I am about building a legacy for more than just me, because I can't do this shit by myself. I can't. I mean, I can sit up here and trade and make $100,000-$200,000 a year trade and be cool as a motherfucker. But that ain't doing nothing for the next man, and they ain't doing nothing for my family. If I die, don't nobody else had this fucking knowledge, guess what? It was done for nothing. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. So I'm trying to give the knowledge and the business aspect and all that kind of stuff, because we got the right team. It's just a matter of, let me say it this way. Let me just be real about it. When the market's moving like it's moving in oil, and now that I see how it moves on the volume charts, tell you something, and this is a joke, but I'm serious. Don't get mad at me. Y'all know how y'all call me the old school trader? Like that nigga, that nigga got ancient, you talking about I walk with Jesus and shit, trading with Jesus on tablets and stuff, stone tablets. Y'all remember that? That's cool. That's cool. I'm gonna take that, right? But this is what I'm saying. Them damn time charts was on tablets too. I do not like time charts because they don't show the same thing that volume charts show. One day I'm hoping to wean y'all off them damn time charts and get you on volume charts, because I watched 12 different sets of charts all day. What y'all see plus what I got on my other screens, right? And volume charts just tell you so much more about what's going on. It's exactly what your volume profile does, except I see it in the bars.
So the easiest way to get us off of start winning is just to show us what you do on the screen. Just show what you do.
That's it. You scrap all that and follow. That's what I'm saying. You get on here and show us exactly how you trade. You can pull up the trade. You can pull up the trading summary to show.
Well, I ain't got to see the trade. I want to see how because I'm just I'm just a squirrel trying to learn whatever. But to see a professional person who's been on Wall Street how he handles a trade while he in a trade, that's
gonna be valuable.
Yeah, that's what I want to see. That's what I like to see stuff like.
You said that's gonna be what? Somebody came in.
It's gonna be valuable because this is exactly what we're looking at. All right. Let's just say we want to see. Okay, you see how you got that trade set up. We want to see you. Okay, when you got the one, you can be like this. Okay, hey, this is the first stage right here. The book just got flipped. So now if we get back in this area, I'm looking to get long. Bam. Then you went long at 2. And you can say, hey, this is the reason why. You can just be talking and we're going to be watching. Then when it come down, you be like, I'm about to add. Boom. So now we can see how you add. Then we get back up. Bam. We can see, okay, you sold right there. So for me, the way I learn, I'm a visual person.
Yeah, I ain't never seen nobody. Ain't none of the people I used to follow, all the people I paid the money, I ain't never seen nobody trade. Like, I didn't heard of it now, as it goes against you. But even that, I only heard that in stocks. Like, if the stock going against you, you just buy more.
No, and the thing is, that's some bullshit. See, that right there, some bullshit. Because the only thing I do is, and I'll say this, I don't mind. So this is what I'm going to do. I tell y'all what, it's going to be beautiful, right? It's going to be beautiful because this is what I wanted to do anyway. I just didn't want, let me say it this way. I didn't want to take away the credibility that y'all bring to the table, right? But what I can do is the same thing I was doing with Ms. Weathersby, right? I'm going to call the trades. I'm going to call them out live. I'm going to call them out live, and I'm going to tell you, I'll tell you why as much as I can. But the thing is, when I'm trading, I'm focusing, right? And I'm be honest with you, I'll forget because I'll look and then I'll say, well, get in the trade here, and I'll explain it later. But I'm going to be honest with you, I probably won't be doing no explaining why the trade's going on because I'm looking at the charts and I'm like, okay, because I'm always looking for the next point that I'm going to be getting in a lot of times. And if you ask me a question, I'll answer it. If I can answer it while I'm looking at the charts.
Well, okay, you ain't even got, if your dome up there and the screen's up there just like this, bam. So, okay, because you ain't even got to talk. Like, if I see you got in at 44, boom. Then when I see you come down, I'm going to be able to see you add, bam. So I'm going to be able to write my own notes. Okay, 44 entry, came down, retest, he added 5 more. Okay, boom, I got my notes. Now, after you get out of the trade, I'll be like, okay, well, Doc, check this out. This what I got from it. You seen this right here have on the divergence at 44. Okay, you was already in because you get it. Bam, it came back down. You boom. Once you came out of the market, you sold there. For me per se, I feel like that visual right there because really what I'm having a problem with, to be honest with you, is that dome. That's me personally.
I don't even lie, man. I kind of like that dome like that, man. I don't even lie.
I heard it both ways, so I'm gonna leave it.
Now, I'm gonna say this, Will. Now, listen, I'm saying this, Will. Don't take it, man. Listen here. I consider myself having a little bit of experience in the market when it comes to trading. You had Ms. Weathersby trying to do that, man. You had her set up. She was dead. She was dead in the water from the beginning.
No, hold on, no, man. Only thing I said this.
No. She was dead from the beginning, man. If her dome wasn't moving and you was calling trades for her and she ain't got nothing live to look at, oh man.
But bro, you got to understand what I'm finna say to you because this gonna sound fucked up. A damn monkey could have did that shit. All you had to do was hit the button.
No.
If I say buy, all you gotta do is hit buy market. What's gonna happen is the confirmation screen gonna come up. That's it. Then I just hit buy. What was happening is Ms. Weathersby, along with some other people that I tried this with. That's why I knew it was just I gotta get people that understand trade. Right? It's not Mrs. Weathersby doesn't. It's not she couldn't do it. It's just that she didn't understand. She doesn't even really understand how the dome works. Even if I explain it.
That's what I'm saying. She don't know. Okay, once she get in, she be looking, put in a stop or get like it's a profit or something. That won't even cross in her mind. And
well, this is even if you tell somebody who don't know that, it's gonna take them putting in a lot of trades in order to understand that. And that's what I didn't know. I'm just like,
Dave, Will, you got your thing live. You need to click that.
Oh, you know what? Golly, man, because right, we sitting up here having. Well, hold on, let me stop this. Hold on. still live. 1 second. Hold on.
We on YouTube. People flip.